We are updating to PS5 accessory unboxing, and we're going to stay in this window zone. Alright, so the PS5 I pre-ordered through Sony, and that is to come November 12th, but today, if it is the right packages, otherwise I'm confused, I got 5 packages that are this big. Here's my head, here's the package. So we're going to open and we're going to explore, and I believe it's PlayStation 5 accessories. We're going to need some scissors. They sent out accessories for October 30th, and even though it's not October 30th, it came a bit early, you know? That's okay. Okay, first box. Paper. More paper. More paper. We've got the PlayStation Pulse 3D wireless headset. 3D audio. In box number 2, we have paper. And paper. Hold on a second. The HD camera for the PS5. Did you know that the PS5 HD camera, you do not need a green screen? So that will possibly extend the living room that is not my recording space into a new place to play games, and I don't have to move the console up and down the stairs, and that'll be great. Okay, in this box we have paper and a DualSense wireless controller. Okay, box number 4. We've got a PlayStation Media Remote. For when you just want to use the PlayStation as a media source, which, you know, where the PlayStation 5 is going to be, it's going to end up on an OLED, an LG OLED CX, so not the most necessary, but it'll be nice. Last but not least, some paper. DualSense charging station. So I'll talk a little bit about all of these. This is probably where I would start a YouTube video. So, hi. I got 5 big packages in the mail, which is 5 smaller boxes inside those packages for PS5 accessories. Accessory number 1. The DualSense charging station. 2 controllers. They sit like that. Charge 2. Free up USB ports. Click in design. Click, charge, play. Alright. This box, gone. Next box. We have a neat inside layout. Part 1 of the charging brick, pretty small. Here's my hand, here's the charging brick, and the part that plugs into the charging brick into the wall. I like that this is the power for the charging station. The PS4 charging station I currently have has a micro USB, and I don't like using a micro USB for that. I forget what this is called, an AV plug maybe, but it's better. I like it better. The charging station. It's a lot thinner. Kind of gives you an idea of what the actual... Did I cut my finger? Oh, that's sad. Gives you a feel for what the actual system will be like, material-wise. It's not heavy, but it's a little weighted. It's got a good sheen to it. Charging dock. Part 1. Goodbye. Part 2. This is what the inside looks like. Oh, that is 2 AA batteries, not 1. Alright. My goodness, I am drowning in boxes. We have AA batteries, the Multimedia Remote. It has a textured background, or backing, and then it's indented a little bit and has this black strip, and the top is a smoother, same quality as the outside of the PS5 charging dock. You have a PlayStation button, Spotify, YouTube, Netflix, Disney Plus, fast forward, rewind, play, pause, menu back, up, down, left, right, middle, up volume maybe, TV, microphone, and a mute button. Multimedia Remote. Next we have the HD camera. That one was easier than the others. We have this box. And all there is... I'm also skipping, every single one of these has come with a little thingamajig. Don't need it. If I do, I'll check my trash pile. Or the internet. And here, with a film covering the bottom and the camera, we have the HD camera and the wire with a squared off USB, kind of similar to how the HDMI of an Xbox One is squared off, which is interesting. And this looks like a nice camera. You got some hinging power on it. Hinging power to get the right angle. And the outside, this white part, is the same as the sides of the charging dock, as well as the front of the multimedia. And then the camera kind of has that same black, sleek material as the top and the side. Multimedia camera. Next, we have the wireless headset. This is a little different. That's what the inside looks like when you open it. You take out... Oh my, okay. This has some interesting looking directions, so we'll put that to the side. And then... on the other side of this that we can throw out now. We have something that looks like you'd have a pie in it. One of those microwavable pies. We have a squared off USB dongle. And we have aux cable. And we have a USB Type C cable to USB Type A cable. Headset. I'm gonna have hat hair, so don't mind me. But I need my my ears to try out this headset. So let me ruffle the hair a little bit. We got wireless headphones. Good squish. It has right and left marked pretty clearly. And on the left back are buttons. And if I read them, it's game versus chat, off monitor, so there's a monitor switch, volume, plus and minus, mute button, there's the USB-C, and there's the aux port, and there is a power. I like this design where the ridge of the white kind of curves in this way. But let's see how it actually feels. Well, that's interesting. This gives the look of the curved white, but this pretty well fits the head. The muffs fit around the entire ear and are making contact with my head, but the ears are comfortable, they're inside, they're on pretty well. I guess that's all you really need to keep it on. With a hood, we'll have to feel that out. Kinda works. We'll have to feel it out. I'll do the rest of the video with... I'm gonna put my hood on. Yeah. And finally, last but not least, the DualSense. Heighten your senses. Haptic feedback, adaptive triggers, built-in microphone, signature comfort. I mean, like, I'm sure they signed off on their own comfort. It's a little weird to say signature comfort for your own device, but maybe that's just me. Yep. I'm just ripping pieces off the box. Just trying to get this box out of this other box. Yep, you're toast. Here we go. Alright, so we got another white box inside a box. Inside a box. There's no reason for that to get stuck. That's what the inside looks like. Let's take a look at the DualSense manual. See if there's any specifications of things you shouldn't do with connectivity. I'd be interesting to try this on the PC for games, as well as maybe on the Switch. I have an 8-bit dongle, which lets me play wirelessly and act like it's a Pro controller, so see if that works and the different functions of tilt and motion control and whatnot, see if that all works. But the real moment of truth is, how does it feel in the hands? PS5 controller. Back of PS5 controller. bottom. So we have a nice, simple charging ports and a microphone port if you want to plug in your own headset. So headset port, not microphone port. You have, if you look at the joysticks, can this camera handle it? You can see the bumped ridges and clear middles. They have a rubberized grip, not just like the texture of the bumps, but they don't feel like hard plastic like the under bearings of those sticks, so that's good. The buttons feel gloss. They feel pretty easy to press. Good. I'm a little worried that eventually it would get to a point where a button gets stuck. This is the kind of button that if you spill something or get gunk in it, it's not going to be fun. But also easy if you get one of those pressurized air cans and clear the passageway. Just don't get gunk in it. You have this middle pad and probably touchpad like the PS4. The bumpers are, I don't know if they're bigger than the PS4, but they're pretty big. Ooh. And then the adaptive triggers. You can, if you press slowly, you can feel the tension and the pressure even without different power settings. You can tell that it's more quality. It doesn't feel like bah, 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 bah. It's got a little bit of extra to it. On the front, you have a PlayStation home button in the shape of the PlayStation logo. That's a better way to show it. And there is a mute microphone button, and below it is the hole for the microphone. So you don't need a microphone, you can just talk into it like this. This charges by USB-C, which is different than the PS4 DualShock. Menu button. No, too far. Menu button. Share button. Menu button. Share button. I like it. I think this is a very solid controller. I think that it found its balance. I think the PS4 controller I liked a lot better than the PS3 controller. I didn't really like the PS3 controller aside from nostalgia's sake and being used to a PS2 controller. But the PS4 controller really fit your hand. It still had that skinny aesthetic, but that wasn't a bad thing. This is not as thick and heavy as a Xbox One controller or an Xbox Series whatever controller, but it's a little wider, so it's got a little more of that heft, and you can tell that there's stuff in it because it's not heavy, but it has a weight to it, and I enjoy that as well. So I'm excited to give some games a try using this controller. I'm excited for the release of the PS5, the Xbox Series the Xbox Series X, and all the next generation consoles. Thank you for watching either now or later or on YouTube or whatever this unboxing video. A little roundabout, and that's okay.